Now, it's not every day we find something new in games that have been out for nearly 20 years, but it seems a user on Reddit has done exactly that in Metroid Prime. See, this user suffers from insomnia, and to help them sleep, they put on the opening to Metroid Prime because they found it hypnotic. When they awoke, though, they found that Samus's gunship had moved. Now, this sounds like some sort of creepypasta or made-up story, but the user did provide some evidence right here with images showing that the gunship has indeed moved over time. But could this still have been faked? Well, to test it out, I left my GameCube on for a very long time. I'm talking 18 hours. And to start with, the progress wasn't all too promising. But over that time, the gunship did indeed move. To replicate the situation and properly capture the results, I booted up a fresh save in Metroid Prime and then positioned Samus right in front of her gunship. After leaving her there for 2 hours, it was kind of hard to see if there was any meaningful progress, especially as Metroid Prime's camera jolts around when left idle. So it seems, to properly replicate the situation, I would have to leave my GameCube idle for a lot longer. Samus stood still at the entrance of Frigatorfian for 18 hours. But rather than uploading Game Explain's longest video yet, I think it might make more sense to condense those 18 hours down to just 1 minute. Ready? Speed up. I think it's moving. If we stood here long enough, would it run us over? I'm getting kind of scared now. As you can see, progress is slow, but over time, Samus's vessel very slightly nudges its way forward, and by the end, one of the thrusters begins to clip through the landing bay. In the final 2 hours, I repositioned Samus closer to the ship. This was to see if I could catch any closer movements, and while the distance travelled isn't drastic, the ship is indeed making some progress. It can be kind of tricky to appreciate how far the ship's actually moved, so let's make it simple. Here it is in its default position. Here it is after 18 hours of game time. The ship has gone from being suspended in space to fully making contact with solid ground. So much so that you can even interact with it. Although it's not actually a solid object. Unlike the model from Talon 4, you go straight through this one. So why does it work like this? Why does Samus's gunship slowly desync from its default position over time? Well, it seems one of the Reddit users may have the answer. They write, every rig has 2 routes. The world route, simply named route, and the actual route for the character called skeleton route. This allows the animation designers to animate freely while still allowing an actor to remain stationary. This is useful for cutscene cinematics. However, if route were to drift, even slightly, that would cause the runtime to update the actor's position in relation to the world route bone. As it happens, the gunship's idle animation has a route that very slightly moves forward each time it loops. This, coupled with time, gives the resulting image. So this is indeed a real thing. The spaceship moved around this much over the course of a day, and we've got to imagine if you leave it on for around a month, it will clip through the entire space station. Of course, don't do that because that's a fire hazard, but either way, this is a very real glitch, and Samus's spaceship is indeed not parked the entire time. So, what do you guys think about this glitch? Let us know what you think down below, and of course be sure to subscribe to Game Explain and ring that bell for a lot more on Metroid Prime and other things gaming too. Until next time, bye! Whoa, don't go so quickly, John. I figured I'll give you guys an even longer look at the ship in motion. Not all 18 hours, but you'll see it in action for longer than just a minute this time. This is more of a bonus, just sit down and chill defend Drana Drifts, which is basically what I do every day.
you.